One of the biggest things that can destroy our efficiency and how quickly we can get a project done within a custom car audio shop or fabrication shop is dust. Dust ends up all over our project. It can end up all over the vehicle. It can end up all over your work environment. You're constantly having to clean it off and it can be unsafe. So this is why many custom car audio shops have a dust collector. A dust collector is really essential to a car audio shop as it allows us to collect all the dust at our different tools like the table saw and the router. I'm Mark from the YouTube channel Car Audio Fabrication, and I'm here today in this video on behalf of Mobile Solutions to help them out with making this video about their full lineup of dust collector accessories. Let's get started, guys. Let's take a look at these different items. One of the first items in Mobile Solutions lineup to talk about here for dust collection is the dust bucket. As you guys know, in custom car audio, we are oftentimes using a router with a router lift. The dust bucket mounts underneath a router lift system and it allows us to connect to a dust collection system. The dust bucket is robust. It's made of stainless steel and thick acrylic on the sides here. And what's really nice is we can see inside of it. To mount the dust bucket is a really simple process. We'll start, of course, with having our cutout hole here that will hold our router lift. Mobile Solutions sells this nice insert here that makes it so that the set screws that level the lift don't bite down into the wood. You guys can check that out. And I've actually have a separate video over on my channel for the full process of making this sort of cutout. I'll link it for you up in the corner of the screen. With our hole cut out here, as you can imagine, the process is simple enough. We're simply going to take this underneath, and then we'll use some wood screws and we'll go through the mounting tabs here in order to secure it to this underside of this surface. Once the dust bucket is mounted inside the hole here, we will take the power wire for the router and we will run it through the included grommet. Now that I've mounted the dust bucket below the table here, we have a couple of different options for how we can interface between our dust collection tube here and the dust bucket. Now, blast gates are sold separately. There's a lot of different options out there, but that hole on the bottom is exactly 4 inches, which allows it to easily use many of the different blast gates that are on the market. To secure the blast gate to the bottom of the dust bucket, you can simply use high-strength double-sided adhesive tape, or you could use a clamp like this. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Let's move on to the next item. The next item here that Mobile Solutions has for increasing your efficiency when it comes to dust collection is the automated blast gate system. This system has 2 different components. It has the actual blast gate itself, where it will automatically open and close inside there. And then there is the sensor. Now, this sensor communicates wirelessly with the blast gate itself, and this will mount to our power wire for our tool, and it actually detects if there's current flowing through the wire. In other words, if the power tool is on, in which case it will then send the signal to the blast gate and tell it to open. Another item that is not required but can make things a little bit easier for you is this part here, the switch. The switch also communicates wirelessly with the detection unit, and the detection unit can also tell the switch to turn on your dust collection system. There are a couple different switches available based on if your dust collector is a 120 volt or 240 volt system. For every tool that you do plan to have dust collection system on, you would need 1 blast gate and 1 detection unit. If we open up this little port here, you can see that there's a series of dip switches inside of there that we can set, and that's how we can tell these 2 devices which one is which number so they know which one to communicate with and open and activate. I will start the installation procedure with taking the automated blast gate, and on the back side of it, I've attached a couple of pieces of high strength foam mounting tape. I'll take the blast gate and insert it through the hole and then push it firmly against the bottom of the dust bucket to mount it. Next, I'll take the detection unit, and on the back side of it here, you'll see these 2 screws. I'm going to unscrew those, and that plate is designed in a way that it actually has multiple different ways that the wire can go through it depending on the size of the wire for your power tool. I select the size that fits snugly on the wire that my router has, and then I clamp it back down using those screws. So there we have it. I have the detection unit connected to the wire that powers our router. The last thing I need to do here is, of course, just connect the dust collection tube. Now, if you can see that silver where it's closed inside there, watch what happens once I turn on the router. There we go. Now keep in mind, you can use these automated blast gates throughout your shop. In fact, this one right here is actually connected to my table saw. Now the third tool I want to show you that's really handy for increasing your efficiency and cutting down on dust is the Mobile Solutions Dust Mite. The Dust Mite is an easy to store sanding table. The Dust Mite has a series of holes and a plenum design inside that allows the suction from our existing dust collection system to suck through all of those holes. This allows us to use the top of the Dust Mite for sanding to really cut down on that airborne dust that comes with sanding. I have a much more detailed video all about the Dust Mite. You guys can check it out up in the corner of the screen. So there we have it, the full lineup of Mobile Solutions dust collection accessories. If you guys want to find links and more details about each of these items, you can check out the links down in the video description. Once again, I'm Mark from the YouTube channel Car Audio Fabrication. I'm glad to be here on behalf of Mobile Solutions to show you guys these different tools. I hope that you guys find them handy. And if you want to check out my channel in the meantime, you can do so here on screen. On behalf of Mobile Solutions, thank you for watching.